Hello weekend!
Yes.
Or shall we say hello weekend?
Yes.
Halloween weekend. Not that I'm a big Halloweener, but you are, right?
Semi. Depends on the year.
The haunted forest is it. Anyway, hi everybody, it's Friday again. It's Monique and Megan from Soapy Smooches, and it's Halloween weekend. So what we thought was good to talk about today is sweets.
And chocolates.
And chocolates, yes, and our fur kids, right? So the kids are going to be knocking at the doors, getting a lot of sweets, eating a lot of sweets, and there's going to be a lot of sweets in the house. So Megan, what will happen if my dog swallows a whole slab of chocolates?
Unfortunately, chocolates are one of the most toxic things for dogs. I have noticed that a lot of dog owners think that it's an old wives' tale that chocolate can kill your dog. It is not. There's quite a few things in chocolate that are very, very poisonous to dogs if they ingest it. So yeah, when you do have a lot of chocolates and sweets lying around the house, it's super important to make sure that they're locked away in a cupboard, and that they're not being left on sort of easy to reach places such as your coffee table or your counter and that sort of thing.
What about one for you, one for me, one for you?
Also not good. I know a lot of dog owners do feel guilty, when they eat in front of their dogs or have chocolates, and they think that, the dogs are super jealous of the treats, but dogs also don't have as many taste buds as human beings, so they don't experience chocolate and sweets the same way we do. But yeah, unfortunately it is just really, really bad news for your dog. If your dog, like you said, ingests a huge amount of chocolates, I would say rather be safe than sorry, and get your dog to the vet just to have them checked out to make sure that it's not going to affect them, too badly. And even with your non-chocolate sweets, such as, like peppermints and gummy bears and even that sort of thing, anything with a high sugar content, unfortunately, is a no-go for your dogs. It does damage the teeth, obviously, because they don't get, brushed as often as we brush our teeth. So you do end up with sort of tooth rot and things getting stuck inside the teeth, which is just never a nice thing.
It doesn't work.
Correct.
And then, with Halloween, I know that there's not necessarily going to be fireworks, but it's close enough to another fireworks day. I think it's Guy Fawkes, which is on next week. And it's really about, again, we've had this discussion before, but just to reiterate that, most dogs are scared of loud bangs because they can hear things miles off. And keep your dogs inside, right?
Yes.
And what can people do to just protect their babies against loud bangs and fireworks and being scared, because they run non-stop, right?
That's true. Like you said, keeping them indoors is definitely the safest option. Make sure that there's no sort of windows that are exposed that don't have burglar bars and that sort of thing, because you hear horror stories of dogs throwing themselves through glass sliding doors and glass windows trying to get away from the noise. Some of the things that you can do to help, kind of ease their anxiety if you do have a dog that reacts badly: putting on the radio, putting on the television, any sort of noise that would distract them from the bangs will help. And like Monique mentioned, we have spoken about it before, but not kind of mollycoddling your dog as much as you want to when they're nervous and they're scared really helps as well, because unfortunately when you do start cuddling them and sort of, cooing to them and trying to comfort them, it does make it worse, because the dog then gets sort of reaffirmed that there is something to be afraid of. So the more normal you act, sort of ignore them, carry on with your normal routines that you would in the house, and try, like I said, have a television or a radio on to try and distract them from the noise of the bangs.
It's always good, yes, to have something on, right?
Yes, yeah. And the same goes for storms. Even if you have dogs with thunderstorms, I found that leaving the television on or the radio does help just kind of distract them a little bit.
You talk about thunderstorms. I've got my little Candy, my middle Yorkie, my middle child. She's super scared of thunder. And the other day when I got home, she was shivering and sitting in the corner and doing a usual thing, and there was not a sign of thunder in the air. And I thought, Candy, what's going on with you? I don't know. Did you eat something wrong? And the next thing I heard this big thundering going on, and she just knew that it was coming. So yeah, it's just that. So they're very sensitive little things, and my first instinct is to cuddle her and to hold her because she's shaking, but it is, as
unfortunately,
you say,
not the right thing.
not the right thing to do. But anyway, yes. So on this night before Halloween, we wish you a wonderful weekend. Megan's going to go see some haunted forest.
Yes, I am.
And I'm just going to take it easy. So I hope you have a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.